All right, so it's the first episode of my new channel, Coping with Canon. And instead of me sitting in front of a camera telling you about the things I did today to stay positive, I'm going to be recording those things in time-lapse videos and telling you a little bit about myself and why I'm choosing to go this route with my channel. So my first order of things to do was to clean the house. It's my last final day off before I go back to work tomorrow. So I want to clean the house up. Started with the kitchen. And then I not only started with the kitchen, I started at one corner of the kitchen. You'll see me 51 minutes in, set the timer for an hour. You'll see me working at that right hand side, and then I'll make my way to the left. As the video continues. So I tend to stay in my head. It's hard for me to sit down, and sometimes I'll pace a lot. Won't even turn the TV on. I am doing therapy now. 4 sessions in. Therapy is going good. I'm applying what I've learned in therapy, and I'll be talking about some of those things today. One of the things that my therapist spoke on, kind of jumping right into it, is only thinking about the facts. You know how sometimes you can go into a store and there's 2 people behind the counter, but you feel like the person that you made eye contact with them, but they're not ringing you up, and then the other person rings you up. So then in your head, you start thinking on, why didn't the other person ring you up? So you start thinking of these things that aren't facts, right? Maybe they didn't like me because of my hair. Maybe they didn't like me because of my race. Maybe they thought I was ugly, that I stink. All those things are make-believe. And I tend to do that a lot. I make believe about people's actions. So that's one of the things that I'm going to be cutting. Today is going to be also my first day not thinking about the past. Only think about the present and the near future. I am not the person I used to be. I am 420 friendly, as they say. I have 4 years away from alcohol and hard drugs, but that's a story for another video. I do feel like I have PTSD from a lot of things that I did during my drinking. I was a blackout drinker. I lost a lot, but I have a lot. As you can see, I'm cleaning my kitchen. I have my son on the weekends. So things are good. I have a new car. I have a great job. You see that Ford light? Ford pays the bills over here. Soon to be master mechanic, baby. So, like I say, we're just staying positive, and I'll keep a different video for the lower energies topics. So I'll just fall back for a little bit so that way you can hear a little bit of the sounds of cleaning while I come up with something else to say. Another reason why I want to go into coping with Canon is because I feel like it's authentic. I don't want to make pretend videos when really the part to the camera that you can't see is like this side of my house. It's dirty. Everything that I put out, I've always wanted it to be authentic. Even when I did music, people said, well, your music is negative. But then they got to realize that my music wasn't negative. It was real because it was just how I was feeling at the time. And they started to respect me for it later. But same with principle here is most people would want you to see their house clean. Most people wouldn't want you to see their house like I'm showing you mine's now. But the whole point of it is my house will be clean. And I have a very nice house. Regardless if it's clean or not, it's still a home, right? And that's the whole point of staying positive. Sometimes when your house is dirty, you could feel dirty, or you could make yourself feel like you're dirty. So if you feel like that, then clean up. You don't have to sit there. So right now I'm getting my cast irons ready to season. This is my first time using coconut oil to season cast iron. But this is all we have, and it says high heat on the coconut bottle, so we're going to test that theory. And as of now, it's been in the oven. I need to turn the temperature up, but I guess it really is high heat. Excuse the sirens outside. It's probably not even a siren, it's just a weird horn. Yeah, coping with Canon. I feel like this is going to be a good channel. I'll be able to talk about some things because things have happened in my life, and I am allowing therapy to be my outlet, because your coworkers shouldn't be your counselor. Your significant other shouldn't be your counselor. Your mom shouldn't be your counselor. You don't need validation from any of those people to get through life. Only person that you need validation from is yourself, because people move on. The person that you may be holding on to is literally physically holding on to someone else. So why are you holding on to that person when they're holding on to someone else? If that makes sense. You have to let them go. It's not going to be no pretend fantasy of them knocking on your door. Anybody object to these people getting married, speak now. She's not going to come running back to you. So how about you run back to you? And that's what this channel is about. It's about me running back to me. Me loving what I have enough to clean it. Keep it clean. Gotta clean them cabinets. That's how I know I'm almost finished with this kitchen here. I'm cleaning the cabinets. Start from the top, make your way to the bottom. I got that motorcycle helmet up there. It's just a bit too small for my hair and my head. So I gotta go just a bit bigger. Looks like we're getting some glitches. I think this is where my camera shuts off. But then I figure it all out, turn it back on. Didn't miss much. But I'm going to get the mop, if I'm not mistaken. So, if you like the way that this channel is going, if you liked all the sounds in the background, let me know. I am meditating more. I have the Calm app. I meditate daily. I'm not going to say daily. I do it in daily increments. Increments of daily. But that's the whole point. We have to stay positive. Let's laugh at ourselves instead of putting ourselves down, right? We have to smile. That's what life is about. Kitchen is clean. Looking good. Got the floor mopped. Well, let's just handle over there, over there. Because we gotta attack all of this. But this is not bad. And we still have 13 minutes left on the timer. So we're gonna stop this timer. Take a break. Pat ourselves on the back. And stay positive. And this is the little piece of a board I wrote right here. So, all right. Be joyful always. I've been really trying not to show when I'm going through anything, if I'm going through something, which is a lot of times. Be health focused, and it's not just with fitness, it's social. You got to be able to speak to people, you got to be able to be fit, you got to be able to live. Uh, tell no one. You don't got to tell people everything. It's me talking to me, because I happen to I just so happen to tell people a lot of stuff, and then some of the stuff I tell them doesn't really work out, which is okay. I just shouldn't have told so much people. Work out the plan. Let my results tell them. You know what I'm saying? I shouldn't have to say anything. Reap. Reap everything from doing these 4 things. So, next episode, we'll be cleaning the kitchen. You see, we got the table a little bit messy, not too much. We gotta handle the living room. We gotta fold those clothes. All right, and then we'll go into the room. But this is coping with Cannon. Don't sit still. Do what you need to do. Keep moving. Keep yourself out of your head. Stay positive. Uh, it's always going to be something negative. Even the utmost positive people fighting something negative, but they manage to stay positive through it all. So that's what we're going to do. It's no different for us. So if you're on this journey with me, say you clean something in the comments and pat yourself on the back. If you still got time on your timer, pause it, take a break, and then we're going to move on to the next room. See what you can do in an hour.